In January, the Nippon Badminton Association announced its 2025 national team roster. A few days later, Watanabe spoke out on social media, announcing his withdrawal from the national team and exposing the unfair treatment players faced under the Nippon Badminton Association. He revealed that, due to a new policy from the Nippon Badminton Association, all players not listed as designated representatives must cover their own expenses for international tournaments. On top of that, his national team status limits his options for choosing sponsors, making the huge costs overwhelming and hard to manage. Now, to fund his participation more effectively, being an independent player is his only way out. Behind these new policies lies the financial struggles of the Nippon Badminton Association in recent years. Reports show the association has been facing massive deficits for several years, and the situation is only getting worse. So, what exactly caused the Japan Badminton Association to fall into such difficulties? Well, it all began with a scandal a few years ago. In 2018, one association employee was found to have embezzled about 6.8 million yen in public funds, including players' training support fees and tournament prize money handed over by athletes. However, the association did not immediately disclose the incident. Instead, they chose to conceal it, only requiring the involved employee to resign without pressing criminal charges. Worse still, in 2019, the association was exposed for falsifying receipt details to fraudulently claim subsidies from the Japan Olympic Committee. It wasn't until 2022, when an insider reported the issue to the JOC, that these scandals came to light.
日本バドミントン協会の元職員がおよそ680万円を横領していたことが分かりました。
As for why the association hid the scandal, this is how they explained it.
オリンピック直前もあり、選手を守るためにも公表は差し控えようということになりました。
The revelations severely damaged public and player trust in the association, exposing the chaotic state of its internal management. The JOC expressed deep disappointment with the association and recognised the need to address this culture. As a result, in October 2022, the JOC decided to cut the association's subsidies by 20% and discipline those involved. This action had a profound impact on the association. It led to the resignation of the old leadership, including former President Yoshitaka Sekine and Managing Director Kinji Zeniya in November 2022. And the subsidy cut directly strained the association's finances. In 2023, the association faced a projected deficit of 300 million yen, teetering on the brink of collapse. With help from corporate donations, sponsorships and membership fees, they clawed back 200 million, shrinking the deficit to 100 million. This narrowly averted a financial collapse, though the situation remains dire. However, the real victims were the players on Japan's national team. To cope with the crisis, the athlete development funds, money for training camps and player support, were slashed starting in 2024, dropping by nearly 500 million yen in just 1 year. This cut forced the cancellation of multiple training camps, and even the crucial pre-2024 Paris Olympics sessions were scaled back. Park Ju-bong, the head coach who once led Japan to glory, voiced his deep frustration with the association's policies. Before the Paris Olympics, he bluntly stated that he doubted Japan's national team would achieve good results at the Games.
日本バドミントン協会の代表理事、そして会長を拝命することとなりました。よろしくお願いいたします。
Even with a new leadership team pushing reforms, the financial mess showed no real signs of getting better. To save more money, the association turned the screws on the players again. After the 2024 Paris Olympics, the association rolled out a new policy that shook up how players are sent to tournaments. In the past, the national team was split into A and B team, with top players fully funded by the Association for international matches. Now, that system is gone. Instead, they focus on top commitment players, those ranked in the world's top 15, who get association funding for big events. Everyone else, even national team members, has to foot the bill themselves. Take Yuta Watanabe, for example. After the Paris Olympics, he switched partners and his world ranking plummeted to 97, far from the top 15 cutoff. The association stopped funding him, leaving him to pay his own way. That's why he chose to walk away from the national team. The Nippon Badminton Association's corruption has caused one scandal after another, but it's the innocent players who end up paying for it. Though the association now bragging about building a new system, yet it has no clear plan for the future. Fixing this money mess is still a long way off, and with all the bad press, how can it possibly convince the public or the players? Yuta Watanabe's choice to turn down the national team invite has definitely started something new. Could his complaints light the way for others, leading more players to break free from the association's grip? What are your thoughts on this? Feel free to leave your comments.